Corey, how could you miss that shot? Corey looks up and says, I got to get a new profession. In the NFL, the catch of the year, John Stallworth of the Steelers against the Kansas City Chiefs, tipped once, twice, and then what a spectacular reception by Stallworth. The best catch of the year on the sidelines, Vince Ferragamo to the unnamed security guard. What a catch. What a spectacular reception. Stand up and take a bow, sir. Absolutely, you're great. Touchdown of the year. Seattle's Dave Craig fumbles the ball. Vince Newsom has a chance, but he misses it. Bounces back to Craig, who throws to Kenny Green for the touchdown. The toughest way to lose your head award. Detroit's Eric Hipple down in Tampa Bay. The most dedicated NFL official. There is no question, but it must be Bill Quinby, who would not allow being knocked down and having a snowball thrown. It's an incomplete pass, folks. The roughest landing of the year. Havel Klaus. This in Czechoslovakia. Havel Klaus proved that you can fly in the world ski flying. What a spectacular crash. Havel, they said, come on, you got to go to the hospital. You got to be hurt. And he said, I got to go back and make my second jump, folks. You go your way, and I'll go mine award. To Anford Herwig at 135 miles an hour. Anford loses his motorcycle, then gets up and says, hey, where'd my bike go? It was just as rough on the water. Craig Gustafsson, who's thrown from the boat, flat loose, and he escaped any kind of serious injury. The roughest meeting on grass this year. The award goes to Terry Blocker and Danny Heap of the New York Mets, who would meet in right center field. The fastest disappearing act, Tony Pena. The second fastest disappearing act, Marty Barrett of the Red Sox. The hit of the year, Pete Rose would surpass Ty Cobb. It was indeed, as they say, the hit heard round the world. 4,192. The most acrobatic catch of the year, Tito Landrum. Anything that Tito does is going to be great. The catch of the year, Ken Griffey of the Yankees. And then the somersault to complete it all. Double Trouble Award to Bobby Meacham and Dale Berra, both rounding third, both going home to be tagged 1, 2 by Carlton Fisk. The hardest meeting at home this year, Toby Harrah, who would come running full force into Butch Waniger of the Yankees. The angriest player of the year award. It goes to several guys, but this was the best. George Bell of the Blue Jays on Bruce Keeson, and then gets Rich Gedman, who was only coming to help. The angriest manager of the year, Chuck Cottier of the Seattle Mariners, who says, take all our bats. Oh, if you're going to go to bat, you might as well have a batting helmet. In fact, here, take a couple of helmets. The hardest serve of the year to John McEnroe, who broke his racket on the play. John swings hard. In the NBA, most fans wiped out on one play. Michael Cooper of the Lakers, who got them all. And down on the Celtics side, they said, did you see him? Man, he killed that poor lady in the first row. Hey, remember? I told you, don't laugh at me, sucker. The longest shot of the year, Magic Johnson from half court looked up and said, I think it's time to shoot. And it was. Or how about Craig Hodges from beyond half court? The hook shot, never touched the rim. USBL Connecticut Colonials, James Abromaitis, who never looked. He just threw the ball. Perfect shot. The punch of the year in the NBA. Jay Humphreys on Gerald Henderson. He got not only Henderson, but the referee as well. Mismatch of the year. 7'2" Tom Payne, who knocked down 6'2" Randy Davis. Hey, you know what? Davis got up, and he knocked out 7'2" Tom Payne. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Punch of the year. Dennis Milton, who KOs Mario Davis down and out. The most excited boxer of the year, Troy Darrell, who knocks out Pedro Estrada. You ever heard of the kangaroo jump? Watch right here. Troy Darrell, 1, 2, 3, 4. Troy, now do a backflip. Absolutely, go for it, man. You got to be all right. The wildest ride of the year. In Houston, Bobby Del Vecchio on BJ3X, and he won first place. Earl Weaver, what'd you think of the plays of the year?